Ladies and gentlemen, we survived a very hard test today. And I think that this homework will actually help us kind of solidify any loose ends that still remain. So here we go. It says, here is some information about the population of several cities presented in a variety of representations. So population, what population means is number of people that live in an area, that live in one area. Okay, so we're talking about population. So let's take a look at all of these. Notice how my X is the year, Y is the population. X is the year, Y is my population. X is my year, Y is my population. X is my year, Y is the population. So we know already we're going to be comparing, as years go on, what happens to these cities' population. So they've given us a table, 2 tables, 2 graphs, and 3 verbal descriptions. So let's see what they want to ask. So go ahead and pause the video now and read this for me. Go ahead and pause it. All right, so you should have read these directions. Now, here's what I got out of that. I got out that we basically need to do 3 things for each of these. For each city, we need to decide if it's constant or non-constant. If it is in fact constant, the second thing we have to find is the rate of change, the constant rate. If it's non-constant, we have to identify the relationship, quadratic, proportional, whatever it is. The third thing that we need is to make a prediction of next year. Hang on one second.
I just want to apologize for being so loud.
I just wanted to make sure you had a teacher in there.
No, we're playing this game. It was my club.
You're fine. All right, sorry about the interruption. Okay, so next thing, so we have to do 3 things. We have to find out if it's constant or non-constant. We have to find the rate or identify the relationship, and then we have to make a prediction. So let's go one by one. Now, as you and I go through this on here, you're going to be filling in this table. So if you need to pause, you may have to pause this a lot. So if you can figure out what goes in here, then go for it. Notice that these are not in the same order as how they are on this paper. So first one we're gonna talk about is Big Rock City. So here's what I did first. I found the first difference of the Y and the X. And I saw that the first difference goes 99, 98, 103, 98. 99 divided by 1 is 99. 98 divided by 1 is 98. 103 divided by 1 is 103. So it is not a constant rate of change. The rate or the speed is always changing. Here I added 99 people. Here I added 98 people. Here I added 103 people. Here I added 98 people. So I'm not adding the same amount each time. I'm not going the same speed every time. So it can't be constant. Then I went ahead and find the second difference. The second difference tells me if it's quadratic or not. That, if the second difference is not the same, then it's not quadratic. So we've already crossed out quadratic and linear. Now, can I multiply by the same number in here each time? Well, this is how you figure that out. Turn on your calculator. Do 6101 divided by 6002. So that means I'd have to multiply 6002 by 1.016. Okay, so let's try this one. 6199 divided by 6101. So that's 1.01606. So I don't know if it's the same. So let's try it one more time. 6302, whoops, 6302 divided by 6199. See how the numbers at the end are different? So the first 3 end up being the same, but the next don't be different, or are different. So you cannot multiply by the same number each time. It has to be the exact same number. These can't be different. Brianna, go ahead and find your test in the stack over there. So if you can't multiply by the same thing, if there is no common multiplier, that means it's not exponential. Now the last test is if it's inverse variation. If it's inverse variation, that means the x goes up and the y is going down. So they have to go opposite of one another. Well, if you look at these, the x is increasing and the y is increasing at the same time. If they're both increasing, then they are not inverse variation. This is none of the above. We did all the tests and it failed all of the tests. So this is non-constant, none of the relationships, and you can go ahead and make a prediction.